Grace and peace to you. See if you can spot this one. Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is clean. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Come and play, everything's A-OK. Friendly neighbors there where we meet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street? So I've been wanting to do a series of devotionals with children's songs. And today is the perfect day. March 20th is Mr. Rogers' birthday. And in the coming weeks, I'll get to a few of the songs from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. But I wanted to start with this classic, the theme song to Sesame Street, because we talked about it in my Doctorate of Ministry class. Obviously, this is no ordinary class. It's taught by the amazing professor, Melissa Butler, who, among other things, works at the Fred Rogers Center. And in her brilliant pedagogy, Melissa has set up the class to include colleagues, that is students, working in partners who present each week. And this past week, my friends Andy and Portia presented the text of the Sesame Street song for us to consider as a piece of writing for children. What I learned about this song is that the lyrics were written by John Stone, who's one of the original creators of Sesame Street and lead scriptwriter. And here's something fascinating. John Stone didn't like the lyrics. He thought they were too trite and happy little cliches that would soon fade into oblivion. Obviously, that hasn't happened. And it makes me wonder how often we adults censor ourselves. How many times have you heard someone preface a creative work with an excuse? Like, well, I haven't been playing ukulele for very long. Or, it's certainly very early, it's hard to hit those high notes. What we can learn from children is to just let it be. Let our creative energies flow. That's a wonderful lesson to learn from Mr. Rogers, and one that I learn time and time again in this Doctorate of Ministry course. Listen to those geese. They're letting it go. Okay, so Andy and Portia, in teaching the course this week, invited us to write our own lyrics to Sesame Street, specifically to answer the question, how do you get to Sesame Street? And so I'll play some of what I wrote, but the best line here is not mine. It's another colleague, Cheryl's. She said that it's in the going that we get to Sesame Street. In other words, it's in the process of being creative that we open ourselves up not only to what we have to offer, but what others have to share. And by that, we create community. It's in the going that we get to Sesame Street and even to the kingdom of heaven. So here's this lyric. You and me, letting our minds run free. Open hearts will guide our feet It's in the going that we get to Sesame Street. That we get to Sesame Street. That we get to Sesame Street. Well, may it be so.